Bullish Bittorrent, BTT, cost expectations range somewhere in the range of $0.000005 and $0.00001 by 2030. Market investigators accept BTT could reach $0.000004 by 2025. Bearish Bittorrent market cost expectation for 2023 is $0.00000915510810. Bittorrent, BTT, presentation BTT was initially made by developer Bram Cohen as a method for circulating huge records all the more productively. It immediately acquired fame because of its convenience for downloading pilfered motion pictures, music, and programming. This drove numerous ISPs to hinder Bittorrent traffic on their organizations, bringing on some issues for genuine clients too. Lately, notwithstanding, Bittorrent has been embraced by many real organizations as a method for dispersing enormous records, for example, programming updates and recordings. What is Bittorrent, BTT? Bittorrent, BTT, is a decentralized record-sharing convention that permits clients to download documents from one another straightforwardly. BTT is unique in relation to conventional document sharing conventions like HTTP or FTP in that it doesn't need a focal server to have the records. All things considered, every client who needs to share a record makes a downpour document containing data about the document and transfers it to a tracker. The tracker then, at that point, monitors which clients are sharing the record and assists them with interfacing with one another. At the point when another client needs to download the record, they download the downpour document and open it in their Bittorrent client, associating them with different clients having a similar document. The client then, at that point, downloads little bits of the document from these various clients at the same time, reassembles them into one complete duplicate of the first, and recoveries it on their PC. Bittorrent, BTT, major examination. While BTT is generally regularly connected with robbery, it can likewise be utilized for authentic purposes, like sharing open source programming or conveying enormous records, e.g., recordings, music, that would some way or another be challenging to move because of their size. The way into BTT's proficiency is its capacity to break enormous documents into more modest pieces and disseminate those pieces across various clients. This swarm of seeders and leechers guarantees that every individual client just has to download a modest quantity of information from various sources instead of the whole record from a solitary source. This interaction all the while saves data transmission and decreases blockage on the organization, making BTT an appealing choice for both substance makers and shoppers. BTT is an altcoin that was made by the group behind Bittorrent to boost the utilization of the convention and assist with decreasing blockage on the organization. BTT tokens can be utilized to buy better download velocities or need on downloads. They can likewise be utilized to pay for transfers, which assists seeders with bringing in cash for their commitments. Bittorrent is at present worth $0.000001 United States dollars. BTT has moved 1.02% as of now with an exchanging volume of $40,256,816. Bittorrent is at present position 64 among all digital currencies with a market capitalization of $1,088,796,083 United States dollars. Using the overall strength file, RSI, moving weighted normal, MWA, Williams fractal, and moving normal union dissimilarity, MACD, from the diagram above, we can decide cost designs for Bittorrent, BTT, to conclude whether having a bullish or negative year is going. Our cost expectation conjectures utilize continuous Bittorrent, BTT, market information, and all information is refreshed live on our site. This permits us to give dynamic cost expectations in light of current market action. Bittorrent, BTT, value forecast 2023. Bittorrent, from certain perspectives, is one of the most astonishing digital forms of money to rise this year, BTT. The BTT cost conjecture for 2023 expects a critical expansion in the year's last part, potentially coming to $0.000002. Similarly as with other digital forms of money, the ascent will be steady, however no significant drops are normal. Averaging $0.000002 in cost is very aggressive, yet it is attainable sooner rather than later given expected coordinated efforts and headways. BTT is supposed to have a base worth of $0.000001. Bittorrent, BTT, value expectation 2024. Of every 2024, Bittorrent BTT cost expectation has a lot of space for extension. Because of the expected declarations of various new associations and drives, we guess that the cost of BTT will before long outperform $0.000003. Be that as it may, we ought to hold back to check whether the BTT's overall strength record emerges from the oversold zone prior to putting down any bullish wagers. Taking into account the market unpredictability, BTT will exchange with a base exchanging cost of $0.000002 and a typical exchanging cost of $0.000003. Bittorrent, BTT, Value Forecast 2025. In the event that the vertical pattern go on until 2025, it could reach $0.000004 and BTT might benefit. On the off chance that the market encounters a downfall, the objective may not be met. BTT is supposed to exchange at a typical cost of $0.000004 and a low of $0.000003 in 2025. Bittorrent, BTT, Value Expectation 2026. Assuming that Bittorrent effectively helps market opinion among digital currency fans, the BTT coin cost could stay stable for the following 5 years. As per our projections, BTT will be green in 2026. The BTT is supposed to reach and outperform its record-breaking high in 2026. In 2026, the virtual cash will be valued at $0.000005 with a base cost of $0.000005 and a typical cost of $0.000005. Bittorrent, BTT, Value Expectation 2027. After some broad gauging and specialized examination, we gauge the BTT cost is supposed to cross a normal value level of $0.000006 by 2027, with a base cost of $0.000006 anticipated before the year's end. Besides, BTT has a most extreme value worth of $0.000006. Bittorrent, BTT, Value Forecast 2028. Because representing things to come, organizations that are supposed to occur by 2028, we are expecting that a bullish pattern will keep carrying the typical cost to around $0.000007. On the off chance that BTT figures out how to break the safe level in 2028, we could see a most extreme cost of $0.000007. Neglecting to assemble the help BTT needs by 2028 could bring about a low of $0.000007. Bittorrent, BTT, Value Expectation 2029. While BTT is endeavoring towards interoperability between organizations to rush association, the bullish pattern from the earlier year is supposed to proceed. So the base exchange cost has been put at $0.000008 and a yearly cost close above $0.000009 in 2029. Bittorrent, BTT, Value Forecast 2030. By 2030,